Step into video game land. Welcome to Fine Time.
Hello, party people. It's your boy Dre, and it is my boy Steve.
Gotta Go Podcast.
And it is my boy Kevin. Steve, this is the part where I should insert the crickets from this last fall and just put them right in here. Because Kevin is not here, unfortunately. This is an all-American podcast today, an all-American big deal. Hey, that sounds like a deal, right? That sounds like something that would be at McDonald's in the 90s. All-American big deal for $2.99.
With the big and tasty.
Oh, I miss the fucking big and tasty, man.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, that was so good. Were they ever 99 cents out there?
For a time.
Yeah, so even you got them for 99 cents, because I remember you were saying you never had the Big Mac for 99 cents.
I don't remember them. They probably were for a minute, but I don't remember it. The big and tasty, I remember the big old sandwich board with the oversized big and tasty and the 99 cents on it.
Damn. That was the best. I think that was the best McDonald's burger ever. It had to have been. It just price to like the cost effectiveness of the big and tasty, man.
I won't fight you on that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just really good. Even if you put cheese on it, they only charge you like 20 cents or something. So it was just an all around great deal. Anyway, unfortunately, we're not here to talk about actually, no, I have one more big and tasty tidbit. Did you know that in the UK, it's called the Big Tasty? Not big and tasty. It's the Big Tasty.
Well, they cut out the "and" to pass the savings on to them, the customer.
Yeah. I mean, well, because they had it, I don't know if they still had it. They had it much longer than we did. Ours went away in the early 2000s. They kept theirs for a long time. Anyway, all right, fine. That's all. This concludes Big and Tasty chat. Now this begins Sonic and Shadow Generations chat.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, it's never promising, folks, when he's like, to start a segment.
So there's sort of a loaded reason why we're doing this game today, but why don't we start there? Do we have any history with this game? Because I somehow missed this back in the day. Well, there's no somehow about it. I didn't have a 360 or PS3, and I even skipped the 3DS version by dimps. But today, because I needed to be different or whatever, I borrowed a Switch 2 key card from my local public library, which, is funded by my taxes. And despite Andre's fears, it's displaying 4K on the TV and 1080 handheld, and it's running at 60 FPS. Even in Shadow's campaign, turn on the performance mode. So, we're in a great spot to play a misguided game.
Misguided, that's the word, right? Misguided. I think that describes...
Oh, shit, I ruined it.
I think you ruined it from your... to start the segment. Yeah, unlike you, I did play Sonic Generations back in the I tried the demo on 360 when it came out, and it ran like ass. So it's like, nope. This was obviously the time where, late in the cycle of those systems, everything, I mean, performance problems were up and down the board on that system, but especially late, games started running like booty. Like they didn't even care anymore. So I did not play it on 360, even though I was semi-interested in 2011. I waited until early 2013 when I got a new good enough laptop to be able to play Sonic Generations on the computer entertainment system. So I played it then while it was still relatively relevant. And I didn't like it very much. And then this new re-release comes out, And Kevin gets it, and he fucking loves it. And he's like, oh my God, guys, you got to play this game. And I kept telling him over and over, Kevin, I played it before and I did not like it. I don't know what's going to change here. But he kept insisting, and friend of the show, Thrak, kept insisting. And it's just like, fine, I'll play the goddamn game. So Kevin goes as far as to send me his PS5 copy in the mail of Sonic and Shadow Generations so I could play it. And I'm like, fine, dude, fucking fine. And okay, I'm here. I played it. And now, guys, I hate it more than ever. You have soured me. So I hope you guys are happy. Kevin and Thrak. Before I was like, you know what? This isn't for me. Now I actively hate Sonic Generations. So congrats, guys. I hope you're happy.
Yeah, Thrak took me to task. Well, tried taking me to task outline after I wrote my backlogged review. Yeah, that's what I'm doing instead of the thread this year. I just opened a backlog for everything I'm playing.
Okay.
And I think I gave it a 2 out of some misguided generosity. And Thrak's like, what are you talking about? This is great. I'm like, no.
Nope.
It's like, what, you hate Sonic because you like the Nintendos? I'm like, no, this just wasn't very good.
What kind of 90s ass argument is that? You're just a Nintendo fan.
I mean, yes, but I am a Nintendo fan where this is well documented, but I like Sonic the mascot, but which is why I feel bad for him at the beginning, because it's Sonic's birthday, and I guess we're not having a good year because the best they could do for him is spring for chili dogs and lukewarm sodas at the park.
Yeah, with like one like sad ass little bench like that they're around.
I mean, come on, that's your main guy. You can't like get him a haul or something?
I don't know. They did have a cake there decorated like the Sonic Team logo, I guess, huh?
Cakes are pretty cheap at Costco, I gotta say.
I don't know. It was decorated like Sonic. I guess Amy could have done it herself. I guess they didn't have to pay Costco to do that.
A cake mix is was probably less than $1 in 2010.
Jesus Christ. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. They skimped on. I don't know, man. Did you like that the chili dog had like a bow on it, like it was a present?
Yeah,
that was weird.
This poor guy, he's just working for the man, and this is what they do for him.
I mean, I would be okay with a chili dog and a cake, but hey.
Okay, but he's like their go-to guy.
Yep.
But, you know, all of a sudden, I guess a monster from beyond time and space, he finds this sad-ass party, you know, to wreck the timeline. Because of course he does, and the only way to fix it is if Sonic teams up with his classic Sonic counterpart to play levels inspired by all the mainline games that came out to that point, even 06, but not 3D Blast. Also, 3 is omitted outright in favor of and Knuckles, which is fair because we weren't recognizing 3 at the moment, but not even in this revision where we acknowledge 3 again in real life could we, you know, roll those together again in the credits. Like, not even in the credits, it's still and Knuckles. We just skip over 3. Like, you guys couldn't go in there and like hit backspace and type in 3 ampersand. Come on.
Oh, for like this. I mean, I don't know, man. It's very clear they put very little effort into this re-release. I mean, Shadow Generations notwithstanding, we'll get to that after we talk about the Sonic part, but like as a port, it's pretty fucking bare bones. Like, I don't think this game looks very good. I never thought it was a particularly attractive game, and it certainly isn't now. Like, and like the port job is basic. It's the same geometry, it's the same textures, and it really shows that these are like some 360 ass textures. The cutscenes are still pre-rendered in-game engine cutscenes that run at 30. Like, it's the same thing. You're basically, what I'm trying to say is you're basically buying this for Shadow Generations. If you're looking for like a spruced up Sonic Generations, you could basically run it like this on PC and could have for the last 15 years.
I guess what I'm trying to get at is that lazy is very much the name of the game here, because we're in a white void because, you know, time's gone, and not because they didn't come up with a real setting. And you got to go to zones that are kind of like, but not exactly like the games they're based on. 1 in 2D, 1 in 3D. And it mostly feels okay to me most of the time, but then it doesn't take too long for me before I'm just wondering why I'm not playing the real games. I mean, if I was sitting there at Sonic Team and I wanted to do a tribute game of greatest hits or whatever, I would have just had Modern Sonic go through a bunch of incredibly bespoke 3D levels of a where's where of 2D titles. What about 2D segments? There's so many segments of 3D that turn into 2D that it doesn't matter, and that's really what they should have did, and I wish they had the balls for it.
Steve, I don't think I've agreed with you more on this show than I do at this moment. You absolutely nailed it. That is exactly how I feel about Sonic Generations. It doesn't make any sense to me why you would have 2D Sonic levels of Green Hill Zone and Chemical Plant, so because we haven't seen that a million times, and then like they're decidedly worse than the actual games that they're from. Yeah, they try to do some like original like level design to them, but they're just like not as good. And that's kind of the hard part, right? Like, because I know you don't play Sonic as much as me, but it's pretty hard to describe sometimes when a Sonic game doesn't work, or rather why it doesn't work. Unless it's like Sonic CD where the evidence is clear why it like doesn't work. But suffice it to say, these just aren't good. They're not nearly as good as their source material.
I mean, no, I haven't played all of these, but I did play a chunk of these, and we get to Sonic Adventure 2 City Escape, and I'm just sitting here, and instead of going, oh, wow, City Escape, I'm just sitting here, man, when is Sonic Adventure 2 Battle coming to Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics? Not, oh, wow, City Escape on Sonic Generations Cross Shadow.
Yeah, like that's the thing, right? Because like even the 3D levels, obviously City Escape is from a 3D Sonic game. Even that's just like, it feels unnecessary. I don't know why I would want to play a worse version of something that already exists. They're not reimagining it in some brilliant way, right? I mean, maybe at the end where like the truck grows some chainsaws and tries to like cut you or something. Okay, I guess, but otherwise it's just a worse City Escape. Why would I ever want to do that in Sonic Generations? I don't get it. That's that again, misguided. You nailed it at the beginning. I just don't understand the ethos of this entire project. It just doesn't make any sense, Steve.
And then the 2D versions are just bland. I'm like, why? Yeah, they're playing the Crush 40 sort of. Is that still them? It just sounds like a bad cover of them.
It's Crush 40. And you know what? And I'm not really going to talk about it here because obviously I'll be here all day. But suffice it to say, I do like a lot of the music in this game. It leans more towards the late 90s, early 2000s Sonic Adventure Jun Senoway type shit, which I personally like the most. So like I'm going to like that stuff. And the re-editions of like the Sonic Adventure stuff just doesn't make any sense. I thought it was like much more interesting to hear like Sonic Adventure quote unquote versions of like Chemical Plant or whatever. I thought that was like, okay, this is a fresh like audio experience, I feel like. But yeah, that's about all I got to say about the music.
Yeah, so like we just
it sounds like this game physically hurt you.
A little bit.
Where did it touch you?
A little bit, yes. As we went over, this game doesn't have the balls. We do levels. We slowly add color back to the world. We save friends that add nothing to this game. Mr. Sonic! And guess what? It's not enough that we just play these loving tributes to Sonic games. We have to go traipsing about the hub looking for keys to fight bosses. But we don't just get the keys either. We have to do challenges too. Nothing especially difficult, but it's all useless padding. I mean, I'm remembering playing Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 where there were all these extra challenges for people who really wanted to stretch out their purchase, and I was thankful for that as a high schooler that didn't have a job at the moment, but you can't be mandating that.
You can't. It sucks. And I say this as someone who got all 120 emblems in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. The fact that they make you do the challenge stuff in this game fucking sucks. If the level, I did that shit in Sonic Adventure 2 because the levels were fun. They didn't have to make me do it. I went back on my own volition and did it because I wanted to spend as much time and juice those levels as much as possible because that's how fun I thought they were. But now it's like you're going to make me do it for mediocre levels? Fuck off. Like, I don't want to do that. But they make you do that. I get it. They're brief and you can kind of choose which one you want to do until you get to Shadow Generations. But then it's like, fuck, man. Also, I don't know how you felt about this. And this isn't just for Sonic Generations. I think this is for all 3D Sonic games that try to have 2D sections. The controls feel like ass. They feel like wet butt. I hate the way it feels in the hands when you have to play 2D, even if you're doing a ostensibly 3D level where half of it's 2D anyway. Again, this game is misguided. Even that stuff feels bad to me. I don't like it. It was okay. Now this isn't as bad as something like Sonic Forces, where he legit felt like a bowling ball. That was some of the worst controls I ever felt. But this Generations is better than that, but it's not much better. I don't like it, Steve.
Yeah, they kept doing that a lot, and it felt unusually bad for it. I like, you have a literal 2D Sonic for the 2D section. Why we needed to keep these dynamic 2D angles for big chunks of levels is beyond me.
Just awful. And they didn't even try, and this is something Shadow Generations does, they didn't even try to trick up the 2D stuff with like a bunch of like 3D spectacle, like make it go the other way. They do a little tiny bit sometimes, and that's it. They don't play with the 3D space very much. And as a result, I don't know if you felt this way, I felt the camera was so fucking close to Sonic in the 2D section sometimes. It felt like a Game Gear screen crunch situation where you legit couldn't see what you were doing. It was so far up there. The camera just kind of pans out and pans back in as it feels like it. But sometimes it's just too goddamn close, where it's like, this legit feels like I'm playing the game on a handheld.
It's very, I don't know if you ever played this on computers, but Jazz Jackrabbit, which was already invoking Sonic at the time, where
I did.
There was not very much space for Mr. Jackrabbit on the screen to run fast. I mean, they meant for you to run fast with your gun there, but you really couldn't because he was too damn close to the screen.
Yeah. I did play some Jazz Jackrabbit, and it was pretty frustrating, even though I thought it looked, graphically like appealing and stuff, especially at that time. I was younger, and it's just like, yeah, this ain't it. It tried to be it, but it is not it. And I also want to say this, because I believe you also like Sonic Mania, right?
I do.
I love Sonic Mania. If it wasn't for Mario Odyssey, that would have been my game of 2017. That's how much I love Sonic Mania. And that game is largely motifs from older games, just like Sonic Generations. But in Sonic Mania, those are the best level designs. Those are the best versions of those things ever. And T. Lopes puts on a music show for the ages and makes that shit sound fresh. Sonic Generations isn't doing any of that. So, like, yeah, it's okay to reuse old stuff, especially when it comes to Sonic, but you got to do it right, and you got to do it fresh. And Sonic Generations is anything but fresh.
Speaking of sounds, what the hell was that musical jingle whenever you were freeing a friend from their white frozen state?
I don't know. It was weird.
It just didn't. It was like this upbeat, jingly thing. I mean, I have this one saved that I might even post it along with the episode where I think it was with SBO when you free him and he's doing a weird little dance when he pops up. Sonic, we're fighting against a dangerous foe. I know.
Yeah, it was weird. I don't know what they're doing with SBO around this time. Do you know they let SBO say damn in Shadow the Hedgehog?
They let Shadow say damn in Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah, but they let SBO say it as well. There's some part near the end where he's like, damn, we've been detected. And that's right. Yeah, so SBO canonically has said a mild cuss.
So, speaking of Sonic's friends, fuck the final boss of this game.
Oh,
we find the emeralds. you and classic Sonic team up in what should have been an epic-ish finale, and it's just ruined by all of the friends saying things at the same time. And there was no one thought to fix this for this revised product. Dodge the laser, Sonic. Collect the ring, Sonic. Don't forget to stretch before running, Sonic. Get your prostate checked, Sonic. I mean, this was the one part where I struggled.
That looks like a homing shot. Be careful, Sonic. Over and over and over again. Holy shit. Now I get it. Like, part of the 3D charm is like the jank of the voices. Who doesn't laugh at Eggman saying, "Get a load of this," over and over at the end of Sonic singing Sonic Adventure 1? Like, of course, like, we all like that, right? But
there's supposed to be a break in between.
Yeah, there's he doesn't say it constantly. This is just annoying chatter the whole time. And that's my least favorite thing.
And you know what I did, because it wasn't especially helpful. I turned off the voices. I went into the menu, and I just rolled down the voice slider all the way down, and then I aced the fight after that. I mean, I was sad to not hear the bickering Eggmen in the void after that, but
you didn't miss much. I promise. Can I say one Sonic nerd thing that has always bugged me? And I couldn't really articulate it until this recent replay through of Sonic Generations. I think I am philosophically opposed to the idea of classic Sonic and modern Sonic being like two different characters. I don't like that at all. That's not a concept I think is cool or like interesting. And quite honestly, I think it kind of sucks in terms of like the Sonic universe, because they keep going back to it. Even Sonic Mania does it, like, because it sets up Sonic Forces. I don't understand. Like, why can't Sonic just be, it would be like if Mario 64 and classic Mario were two different people or something. I just don't understand why that's a thing.
I would say it's because they needed a way to differentiate between playstyles, but modern Sonic already did 2D bullshit in Sonic Advance, so who gives a shit?
Yeah, like, it's stupid to me. I don't like that motif, and seeing the two different character designs side by side, and classic Sonic can't talk, but then modern Sonic has the cool dude, man. Like, I think all of it's stupid. It's just a dumb contrivance to me. Again, maybe I shouldn't care about it that much. It's fucking Sonic, but I don't know, man. Steve, what can we say? How do you want to introduce Shadow Generations here? You start.
I don't know what I was going to really expect from Shadow's segment. I didn't expect that we were going to deal with more white space and that we were going to explicitly call it as much. I mean, I'm already minutes away from the Hamptons, so, I know all about white space.
But don't.
But, I mean, I guess we're doing a sort of sequel to Shadow the Hedgehog without the guns. I only rented that game for a few days in 2005.
I didn't know you ever played it. That's interesting.
I think I did one path where
okay.
I don't remember what happened. I recognize the guy. We're fighting against the weirdo from that game in a 3D white hub. And I think we're trying to ape Bowser's Fury, even though I haven't played that yet.
This isn't really like Bowser's Fury. I mean, you know what? It's not too dissimilar now that I think about it, but not quite.
I don't know. I just found Shadow's white space to be a pain in the ass to navigate because it's a big white 3D space versus Sonic's smaller white 2D space. And they expect you to really interact with that shit. I mean, there's like NPCs like Eggman's robot flunkies. Mr. Shadow, can you please bring us the screws? We're going to build a rocket and escape from the white space.
Spoiler alert, I didn't bring them a goddamn thing.
Yeah, me either. And the big problem with having a big white 3D space is that it all starts looking the same real fucking fast. Even when you start getting his emo abilities, like his finger gun and his shadow wings, and some colors return to the world around you.
The wings. When the wings happened, I laughed out loud. It was the funniest shit. And look, we're used to edgelord dumb shit from Shadow the Hedgehog. That was so funny. Good God. It was like a parody. They know exactly what they're doing.
Later on, you're like getting a shadow manta ray to surf on. Like, what are we doing?
And then you get they want you to really fly with the shadow wings, like in the levels and shit. And it's just like, this is so awkward. They didn't need to do all this. I gotta tell you though, and this is okay. I'm gonna break ranks with you here. I really like Shadow Generations. It has some big flaws, but look, this is a low bar, honestly. I think it's the best pure 3D Sonic-ass levels since Sonic Adventure 2. No joke. I think these are actually legit fun to play. There's proper spectacle and flow. And no, it's not quite the height of the adventure games, but it's pretty damn good. Again, I understand what a low bar this is, because after this is Heroes, which is good, but not quite as good. And then there's 2006, and then it never recovers from there. But every gripe I had with Sonic Generations basically doesn't exist in Shadow Generations. Again, it's hard to describe why level design works or not in Sonic, but this has the proper flow and tone and visuals, and especially when Tentacle Homeboy starts entering the picture and starts bending stuff around and distorting. I mean, I thought that stuff was fun. I have to admit.
You're right. But it's the same thing as Sonic Generations, where we have one 2D level to deal with in the middle of that, where, oh goody, before we play our real 3D level, and still a lot of flipping into 2D in there just cuz.
Right, but the 2D stuff in Shadow Generations is actually good, because it's not the flat side-on view anymore. They're actually striking some different angles with it. They're getting dynamic, which is the thing Sonic Generations did not do. They're actually and it actually doesn't feel like booty butt cheeks to control. It doesn't feel like wet butt anymore. You're jumping and all that stuff feels just like it does in 3D, only you're just on this one plane, which is not the case in Sonic Generations. It feels a lot better to play.
The levels feel better to play, but the hub is just miserable, Andre. Yes, eventually some color returns, but it's just not fun to navigate at all, because you do the 2 levels and okay, where's the next one? Oh, all the fuck way over there? And now you want me to get some more fucking keys?
Yeah, they make you do the same thing with the challenge levels, and now you have to do all of them. There's less of them in Shadow Generations, but you have to do them all. You have to do at least 2 now to get each key, whereas in Sonic Generations, you only had to do 1 challenge level. So it's a lot. Again, I don't like this. It's easily the worst aspect of the game. And in fact, I'm knocking it down a full grade and a half because of it. This could have been a great game if they didn't make you do that. If you just got to play the levels. If this were basically structured like Sonic Adventure 2, where there's no adventure fields, essentially, where you just play the levels, cutscene level, this would have been very good.
Yeah, I'd be in step with you again if it was just that. But this whole Shadow, I need you to go find the bibbly-bobbly keys. I'd be with you, but we've got to do that.
Oh my god! I understand your. I don't want to push my luck and ask for more impression of Tentacle Man, but I mean, just know.
I just found how odd it's similar felt, but despite how different they're pretending to make it feel, and I guess that's my overall takeaway with Shadow's campaign. How his attitude and even backstory are just firmly lodged in the early 2000s. I get it. A cute girl working the pretzel stand next to Hot Topic was nice to you once. She died, and now you can't see the good in literally anything ever again. Thankfully, you just stopped going to NRA camp after that one time, though.
I mean, hot take, this game should have had the guns. It's part of his legacy. They have him get like dark, edgelord wings and the shadow manta ray and everything. Why can't he have a gun?
They met him in the middle with the finger guns. Shadow, I need you to point at things and shoot them again and again. Pachoo.
I just, what a stupid villain. I mean, he was stupid. How is he stupider in Shadow Generations than he actually was in Shadow the Hedgehog? He's actually dumber here.
Gerald made a deal with the devil, and somehow that created a hedgehog.
Oh my God. I got nothing else to say about Shadow Generations. Really good. Here's the thing. I guess what I'll say about Sonic and Shadow Generations overall, I actually do think it's worth playing. Steve may disagree for just the Shadow portion alone. Yes, the hub world's annoying. I don't think it's annoying enough from the cool stuff to say it's a bad game. Okay, so Sonic Generations, not really it. Doesn't really hit. Shadow Generations does. So if you can find this for, I don't know, $15, I think it's worth buying. But don't spend more than that.
Don't pay too much.
Fine time.
Well, Steve, since Kevin isn't here today, this is an all-American, all-big-deal show, or whatever he called it at the beginning. Let's talk about what else we've been playing, okay? Because we play more games than what we talk about on the show, right? And we eventually talk about them sometimes, or sometimes we don't, right? So I think I'll go first, and I'll just talk about a few games I've been playing briefly, all right? So one game I've been playing, I haven't dug too much into it, is Octopath Traveler 0. I bought
without
it for
me? No, I'm just kidding.
No, not without you. Trust me, we are doing another post-game show. Yes, I am taking many, many notes. Okay? Don't make that face. I wasn't cheating on you.
I'm listening.
Okay, fine. Jesus Christ. Now, you know what? Now I'm afraid I'm going to hurt your feelings now if you talk about Octopath Traveler 0. Are you sure you're okay with this?
Yes, Andre. Tell us and the audience, tell me and the audience a little bit about Octopath Traveler 0.
Okay. Well, I've only played about 8 hours or so, and as everyone saw in the trailer, or if you've played the demo, which I just did not have time to do in December before it came out.
No.
but yeah, basically I got this game for myself for Christmas, with a gift card. And it's really fun. I think my only gripe so far is that your main character is a creative character, which means they are a silent protagonist. I think that kind of sucks for an Octopath game. I'm not one of those people who hate silent protagonists. Obviously, I love Dragon Quest and yada yada, right? The list goes on. I'm not sure how much that works for Octopath. Obviously, these games rely on very, very strong characterizations. So when something bad happens and your character can't even speak and they just do a weird emote for something like awful happening, that just does not hit. So that's like the worst thing so far. The best thing so far is pretty much everything else. This is Octopath as we know it. Yeah, there's a lot of asset reuse. Yes, it's taking its cues from the mobile game and stuff and taking a lot of assets from it and assets from other Octopath games such as music and whatever. So, but yeah, as for like a remix project, if you will, it's still Octopath and it's still a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to talking about this with you. That's about all I really want to say about it right now. I'm still playing Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, and it's really fun, but the repetitiveness in its level design and flow and enemy encounters, shall we say, is starting to really show. And I know that sounds silly to anyone who plays Warriors games, you just do the same thing anyway. Yeah, you do, but it's usually a lot more modular and you can do it the way you want to do it. And that's like the point of Warriors games. You can kind of pick the character you want to pick and then attack it the way you want to attack it. You really can't do that in Age of Imprisonment. Since it's so story focused, you kind of have to do what they want you to do. Plus, like I said, pretty much every big enemy encounter plays out exactly the same. Whittle down that stamina bar, do your big attack to them, the cinematic attack, and it's fun, but it just wears a little thin. as far as for a genre that doesn't have a lot of gameplay variety. You need to try to introduce as much as possible, and having every big encounter plays the same is really annoying in a game like this. You know, it really just stands out.
I wonder if this is the kind of game that I hate when they do this too. If it opens up after you finish it.
Oh, no, they let you do a lot of different shit. They don't like funnel you, well, you must do this mission now and that mission now. There's like a lot of side missions you can do and stuff. So that they at least have that, and it's a very active world map. And don't get me wrong, I still really like the game. It's great, but I'm probably a little less hot on it than I was when I originally talked about it. But it's still really good.
You would probably like Age of Calamity if they made a Switch 2 edition.
Yeah, as soon as they do, I'm there for sure. One more thing I've been playing is Mega Bonk. You heard of Mega Bonk?
Yeah, Aaron talks about it nonstop.
Yeah, he talks about it nonstop. He didn't necessarily recommend it to me. I just saw it on there for, I don't know, $10-15 on Steam, and I'm like, sure, it's really fun. I know this is going to sound very like asshole-ish of me, but I don't care. It's basically Vampire Survivors 3D except fun. I'm not a big fan of Vampire Survivors. I don't really understand that game. Kind of bores me. This is basically that game, like I said, in a 3D space with like PS1 ass graphics, so anything can run it, including my Steam Deck. And it's a lot of fun just opening up that space and being able to run around and in a 3D space for a game like this makes it a lot more fun than anything else where you don't actually, you know, obviously, Steve, we're from the age of twin stick shooters, right? All these games are arena shooters. Move one way, shoot the other way. Now in these games with the auto attack, it doesn't really work that way. So yeah, but Mega Bonk is fun. I definitely recommend it to you. You'll definitely get into Mega Bonk sometime, unless you're just waiting for a console version for some reason.
Well, I'm obviously not, now that I have a portable PC trademark, but I got
You had one before. It's called a laptop.
a more portable PC.
I
that doesn't have all my podcast rigmarole attached to it.
And your porn.
Hey.
What? Sorry, what?
Let's keep that to ourselves, huh?
Okay, I'm sorry. Nobody knows that we watch that kind of stuff. We're only men. We're just innocent men.
Shh.
Okay, sorry. Jesus Christ. Okay, go talk about your games now. Talk about your 3 games.
You guys might remember last fall when I played Fire Emblem Shadows, when that shadow dropped onto mobile devices out of nowhere.
LOL.
Yeah, LOL. It's not doing so great, but I'm staying on this burning ship nonetheless, though not as fervently.
How do we know it's not doing great?
Because like less than a month in, metrics are like, it has made less than $200,000.
Oh no, this ain't sticking around very long.
they are absolutely going to just run through whatever content they have and then be like, oh, that's the end of this.
Oh Lord. Okay, we'll enjoy it while it lasts.
It doesn't help that the story, such as it is, goes at the pace of a All My Circuits segment from Futurama. I feel like we've been following these villagers for months now. There's book 1 where we followed this prince who's secretly a princess out of a castle, and they were all turning on each other because we're doing werewolf. But now we're doing an outside village 2 where, oh no, the divine dragon scion is also being turned on by villagers and things, and it's like, to reiterate, we think the shadow person is, and then the segment ends and we have to do more shadow battles until they unlock more of the segment. It's like, come on, guys. Even Fire Emblem Heroes, which unlocks things at one thing a month, unlocks a whole segment of a thing per month. A side story.
This sounds excruciating.
It is. And at this stage, the main draw really is the isekai main heroes, which I brought up before, where we had Horselin and Lion Dimitri at the start. We've worked all the way through. The art team's having a blast coming up with the furry versions of fan favorite characters, like Ike is a bear. I don't need to explain to longtime fans why all that works.
Yeah.
The jokes write themselves.
You don't even have to explain to me, and I don't know shit about Fire Emblem.
I mean, I'm sticking through this for however long they're going to pretend this works, but you know. I've been dabbling along the new Animal Crossing update. I gave them my $5. It's a fair price to pay. The load times are improved drastically, I feel like.
The hotel looks fun.
The hotel is fun. It's the Happy Home Designer. I'm not sure if they're really keeping score for Happy Home Designer because they give you a theme, and I've tried to follow along the theme. They're not really scoring me, and they let you do 2 a day. And I feel like Mrs. Cap'n is just thrilled with whatever I put in there.
Excuse me, Mrs. Cap'n?
Well, the family's running the hotel.
I just thought
Captain still drives the. Sorry, what?
No, I just didn't know he had a family. That's all. I had no idea.
Well, Captain still drives the boat, but there's Mrs. Captain running the hotel proper, and Grandma Captain running the shop, and other. Yeah,
I just didn't know Cap'n fucks. That's all. Go Cap.
You do these things, and you get more stuff later, and that includes the game consoles. I didn't play enough to get the game consoles yet. Sorry. I can't tell you how that goes.
Doesn't it just launch Nintendo Classics and then like...
I think it checks for a subscription and then runs a handful of games based on what furniture you pick up. It's still going to be 1 game per console, which makes me sad.
Well, I think that's the way that should go. I feel like that's kind of classic.
That is classic, but I still would have liked to, you know, at least pick a game from Nintendo's catalog or whatever. It's fine.
I don't know why it reminded me of this, but it's like in Shenmue where, you know, it's supposed to be 1986, but Ryo has a Saturn and you can bring home discs of like, you know, Space Harrier and Outrun and stuff. And it's like, why does he have a Saturn? It's 1986. I mean, shouldn't it be the Master System Mark III versions of this stuff? I guess not. Anyway.
Yeah, that's kind of, I should play Shenmue this year. I definitely have. Anyway.
I think you would enjoy Shenmue. I definitely think so.
I've dabbled in Shenmue because a friend had it, but I never played it all the way through.
You'll get it. You'll be one of those people who get it.
Yeah. Anyway, there's some other features that I finally used too. Hey, Andre, you know how my island was overrun with flowers in my ill-advised attempt to try and get rare ones?
Yes.
Well, Mr. Rossetti is more than willing to Rossetti things on your island by, if you pay him a nominal fee of 70,000 bells, he'll take away your furniture or clean up your house or just, hey, put away my flowers or throw away my flowers. Just like, he'll just do that shit for you.
Every single flower.
He'll take away all your furniture. He'll take away all the stuff you put out too, like all the furniture you use to decorate too, if you want. But
okay, easy way to clean up, I guess.
There's all that stuff's there. It's all that stuff's free in the update. The $5 was for things like improved resolution and $12 12 players in multiplayer online, and
that sounds chaotic as hell, actually.
that I haven't used yet, and probably never will because I don't know 12 people, and maybe if I add up everyone in the Super Pod Discord, and
I'm trying to think of how I would get 12 people together for fucking Animal Crossing. I mean, I'm not sure I know 12 people who play it.
Oh, I definitely don't. It's fun. It's fine. I'll knock around with it for a while. So, also, then doing research for something else we're working on, I thought I'd turn on the original ass Bionic Commando on Capcom Arcade Stadium because it occurred to me that I never played any of those all the way through.
Yo, man, I don't know what you're about to say, but I just feel like I need to say I'm sorry.
I didn't hate it. But also, I probably shouldn't have played it when I did. This was Monday night, and I'm like, and okay, I get it. We're a guy with the arm. Everything keeps shooting at me to death. But also, if I keep shooting quarters in, I just parachute in right back where I was. So I guess that's okay. It does the ghouls and ghosts thing where, oh, you have to play the game twice to finish it. I'm like, okay, come on, guys. But I thought it was mostly inoffensive. I did not finish the game twice because I was just between. I had small children visiting me on that day, and then I was recording something else that wasn't fine time. I'm like, I was falling asleep on that in the middle of that second run. By the time I woke up from nodding off, I'm like, oh shit, I can't rewind more. There was way more than that 10 seconds. I'm
oh
like,
my
okay.
God.
We're back on the it's back on the attract screen. I'm like, ah shit.
Well, never mind.
I thought it was fine.
No, Bionic Commando Arcade is just hard as hell. It's so fucking hard. Good God.
As a at-home experience on Capcom Arcade Stadium, I thought it was fine. I don't know how I would have liked it at the arcade at 25 cents a pop, but
you probably, I mean, if you're probably no better than me, you probably used a zillion credits, because I can't get through that game without using a bunch.
No, there was a bunch, but yeah, I kind of liked it for what it was doing. It was all
it's
right.
good. It's just good God. I mean, if you're at the arcade and you only have 50 cents, don't be playing Bionic Commando unless, you know, that's all. And look, I still judge arcade games that way, I guess. I understand that we don't have those modern problems, but still, I feel like it's the only fair way to evaluate it sometimes. Man, that game was hard. Anyway, that's what we've been playing. I'm not even going to ask you to get in the shower because you're such an asshole when Kevin's not here. I can barely drag your ass in there, so we're not having a shower this show. We're just going to go our separate ways and have a spot of tea or something, and we'll be back.
You're in line for one more fine time.
Okay, we're back. We got a couple of big questions. Just a couple. That's about it. It's January. I mean, what can we do, Steve? We should be glad we even have a couple.
Yeah, it just can't be helped. Or maybe it could. Maybe the game industry just needs to be more interesting.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's like we said, we kind of skip over a lot of the, this company laid off 10 million people, and this company is now going full into Gen AI, and it's just like, how many times can we, we've covered some of that stuff at a few years ago, but at some point it just becomes like, I don't have anything fresh to say about this.
It's like, they did it again, you guys.
They did it again, the sons of bitches. Well, let's talk about one of your favorite subjects, Steve.
Yeah, remember a Summer Games Fest or two ago when Peter Molyneux just showed the fuck up and tried selling us this game, Masters of Albion, where it was just trying to be a little bit of everything, and I was pretty damn sure we were never going to hear from him again?
We did laugh out loud when we saw this game and him, yeah.
Well, and a big surprise to me, on January 12th, a new trailer dropped with a slightly better overview of what's actually expected of players. And more shockingly than that, a release date of April 22nd on Steam. The page is live, but there's no price yet. Given his track record, do we believe this shit, at all?
To answer your question on the face, yes. I do. I absolutely believe this is coming out in April. I also believe nobody is going to care. I don't think this is going to do shit. One thing that we have honed over the last decade, Steve, and I believe I'm correct on this, think of like every time a live service game gets announced and is about to come out, we almost always know if it's going to be a hit or not. You know, we knew Apex Legends had the juice, right? Or Paladins had the juice, right? Like we knew those were going to be things. We knew Conquered didn't have the juice, LOL Conquer grape juice, or Battleborn didn't have the juice, right? Now, obviously, Masters of Albion is not like a live service game, but that has honed our skill in this regard. And I think you know as well as I do, this game ain't doing shit. This feels dead in the water.
What gets me about this trailer is that at the very end it says, "Oh, this was all made with in-game assets." One, it doesn't look that good, and two, even if it did, I don't fucking believe you.
Why not? I mean, it looks. I don't know. Like, why wouldn't you believe that?
Because of every fucking lie he's ever told. I'm like, I just can't.
I just don't see why he would make that one up. That's such an easy thing to disprove.
When we play the game, but
I mean, I gotta be real. It doesn't look bad.
I mean, it looks better than it did when he was showing it off, but that's another low bar we're just stepping over here.
Right. Like, I don't think I'm going to buy it because I don't trust him. Right. But it doesn't look bad. And there is something weird I found in this trailer. Remember in the 360 PS3 Wii generation where Western developers started to be kind of embarrassed by very basic video game stuff for some reason? Okay. Like, for instance, they always had to come up with some reason why you could respawn in a video game. You couldn't just come back to life because it's a game. Like BioShock comes up with a canonical reason why you can respawn, right? Or Borderlands does as well. And it's just like, okay, I don't understand why we need explanations for this. It's a video game. Masters of Albion saw it fit to like personify the God Hand as like a thing in the trailer. Now, I don't know how that plays out in the game, but it's like, yeah, you use like the hand to like pick up people and place them or place buildings, like because you are playing God. That's Peter Molyneux's whole thing. But I don't understand why like they had to make the hand like a character in the trailer. Like that should be a private medium between the player and the NPC. The hand is just the go-between. I don't think you needed to like explain the hand.
I think they explained the hand because it's Molyneux's bullshit. Anyone else, I would have been like, yeah, ha, ha, ha. But here, like, okay, he's making one more game, allegedly. Him and his 22 cans.
Has anyone counted the cans? Are we sure he has 22 of them?
Well, 21's too few and 23's too many. 22 is the right amount of cans.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, maybe you're right. Having this release on the 22nd will be, on April 22nd I guess will be impressive enough for this guy.
I think it's coming out. I would not put more than 50 fine time dollars on it, but I'm reasonably sure it's coming out.
How many real dollars would you spend on this to find out what it's like? Because there's no price on the store on Steam yet.
$30 seems reasonable, right?
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I would probably personally pay something like 20, but if the game came out at $29.99, I'd at least give it a look. I feel like that's a fair price.
Man, I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah. The more I say that, I think it'll retail for higher than that, of course. I don't know.
Everything on Steam goes on sale, right? So, I mean, what would the price be there? It says where you would say, fuck it, and throw it on your Steam deck.
$14.99.
Yeah.
Probably
me too.
All right, guys, this broke a few hours before the show. Thank you, Jason Schreier, once again, he is the MVP of Fine Time. I tell you what.
I think he lives near me. I need to send him a sandwich.
Yeah, because he is just, I mean, thank you. So I'm just going to read his skeets verbatim from Blue Sky. Okay, I'm just going to read it right now. And I quote, Ubisoft is canceling the Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake and 5 other games, 4 unannounced, 1 mobile. The company says it's also delaying 7 games, including an unannounced project believed to be an Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake, as part of a larger restructuring. For the last few weeks, rumors have been circulating that Prince of Persia Sands of Time was completed and would release on January 16th. In reality, Ubisoft was not happy with the state of the game and decided to cancel it as part of a massive reorganization. End quote. Oh, man. So there's some stuff in Ubisoft released their own statement, and there's some stuff in there about this, including lots of stuff about being live service forward and open world forward and generative AI and all the corporate bullshit you expect at this point. So that's not really the interesting part to us. So I bet it's also not the interesting part to you, the audience. So we're not, again, as we just said earlier, we're really tired of that type of shit. Same old bullshit. So Steve, unless you have anything to say about that stuff, we can dig right into the meat of this.
Well, I heard that OpenAI might be dead next year if it doesn't get more money. That's some good news.
And not a moment too soon.
But no, I have nothing further to contribute.
Maybe you should start, though, because, like, is this it for Ubisoft? I feel like we've been asking this for a few months, but, Steve, this feels more it than it has ever itted.
This isn't something a healthy company does. People have been waiting for that Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake forever, and now it's not coming. People thought I was going to get Shadow dropped this month. Now it's Shadow canceled, so... I guess they weren't pleased with its progress. I would have just put something out and made some money.
Can I ask you this? Was the Sands of Time remake ever officially announced?
I think it was.
Was it?
In 2020.
Oh, a very long time ago. Okay. Because, look, it's been a known entity for a long time. But I thought maybe it was one of those situations where it's like, we knew they were remastering Horizon Zero Dawn for PS5. It was just a matter of when they were going to put out. We knew it for years. I
am pretty sure we all knew about Sands of Time. Black Flag is something we're suspecting existed. I'm pretty sure everyone's been hanging on. I'm pretty sure that Sands of Time was real to us.
Okay. I again, if it's been that long, then I probably forgot. I also knew about Ass Flag, but yeah, that of all the ones to remake, isn't it crazy that Ass Flag was the inspiration for Skull and Bones, where it's like, oh yeah, let's just make an entire naval thing, and then it took 10 years to come out for their quadruple A game
that Singapore had to fund.
Yeah, just fucking crazy, and then no one gave a shit. Yeah, I think it's over for Ubisoft. It's been over for them for a while, and it's never been more over than it is right now. Man, Steve, I'm so tired of watching the companies you grew up with become villains. I'm sick of this shit. I think it's probably impossible for younger people to understand that there used to be a day when we actually had affinity for Activision and Electronic Arts and Ubisoft. We would legit look forward to their games. And that has not been the case for pretty much my entire adult life.
Did you guys know that EA used to make games other than Madden and not FIFA and a Star Wars game sometimes?
Well, the only other games they put out now is the Hazelight stuff, because he struck a deal with them, and then but he obviously owns his games. He's just having EA publish, and that's about all EA does. They do an indie game here or there. Didn't they publish no, they didn't publish Dave the Diver, did they? That's someone else.
No.
Okay, yeah.
That was self-published by them.
Okay. Dude, remember, I mean, I know you didn't have a PS2, but there was a compilation on there called Activision Anthology. of all their like Atari shit. It's one of the best compilations ever played. There's like commercials and shit. There's like interviews. It's so good. And it's just like, man, this used to be a company. Like, I don't know, man. It just sucks. Where are we? I talked about this about a year and a half ago when me and Aaron did our Grandia 2 episode, but that game was published by Ubisoft for Dreamcast. And I'm pretty sure PS2 as well. They localized and published a JRPG in the year of our Lord 2000. Can you imagine the Ubisoft of today even doing anything remotely close to that?
Well, one, it's a different world, so who would they really be doing that for? Tecmo? Chemco?
Well, right. Yeah, of course, it's a different world. I'm just saying that, like, you couldn't even imagine them taking on, like, looking at something like, oh, yes, this is something we should bring over here.
No, they wouldn't even consider it.
It's nuts. Anyway, there is one thing I care about at Ubisoft, and everyone knows what it is. It's The Division. If you remember, Steve, they canceled the free-to-play one they were making called The Division Heartland a couple years ago. And
that's right.
You remember? Yeah, okay, yeah, now you remember, right? But I'm just going to read to you. I want to read this, the first paragraph of the development section of Division Heartland on Wikipedia, okay? I just want to read this out loud. This will illustrate everything. And I quote, Red Storm Entertainment led the development of the free-to-play title, while Red Lynx and Ubisoft Bureaucrest provided assistance. According to Keith Edwards, the game's creative director, Heartland would have featured streamlined survival gameplay. It was originally created as a battle royale mode within the Division 2. End quote. Steve, did you hear the corporate slop that just came out of my mouth? I mean, that's where they've been at for years. That's why they're in the position they're in.
Yeah, you need some medication for that because that didn't sound very good.
I think I'll be okay. All
right.
I'll survive. But yeah, anyway, this recent news makes me very worried for the Division 3, which they have announced, but we haven't seen much of. The people who make it, Massive Entertainment, they made Star Wars Outlaws, and obviously that's wrapped up, so they're probably working on Division 3, but who knows what Ubisoft is going to be like, or if there's going to be an Ubisoft by the time that comes out.
Yeah, I'm never the person that likes to go, man, you know, where this should end up going, but I'm going to be greedy and do this, well, because I've done this a handful of times already. And just bring up again that it'd be really nice if Prince of Persia could, you know, end up at, I think it's Atari that currently owns Digital Eclipse so that we can get that museum's lineup of old-timey Prince of Persias remade and by them on modern platforms.
It's insane that classic Prince of Persia is so fucking hard. I mean, like, we did our cinematic platformer Paradise run of shows about a couple winters ago, and the hoops we had to jump through. We couldn't even play the original. We had to play like so many different console versions. It was so annoying to like actually play Prince of Persia.
Goldmaster's Prince of Persia. Come on. Just and if they made one themselves to like bookend it, even better.
Steve, I want to ask you a random question. Okay? Like, this is something I think about a lot because I don't know why. I'm just me. And this is something I never really hear discussed when it comes to video games. So I want to ask you, since we talked about Sonic today, all right? When you would play Sonic on Genesis, because A, B, and C, they all jump. They all make Sonic jump. What button did you use when you played? Do you remember?
Let me think. Well, I was usually playing on a 3-buttoner because that's what my uncle had.
Of course, that's what my cousin had too.
Usually A.
Usually A. So I use C to jump. I always like using, I don't know, if it's like kind of a 1-button game, I always use like the furthest button from the D-pad, no matter what kind of pad it is. My hand just kind of gravitates there. So I use C to jump when I played on Genesis.
Maybe B too. I don't know. But I really depended on how I had tiny hands back then. I didn't have my giant man hands yet.
Well, I mean, you don't have the mini, right? Like a Genesis Mini or
I
two.
don't.
Okay, yeah. Obviously, the Genesis Mini came with a 3-button controller. The Genesis 2 came with a 6 because it's much more necessary. I would imagine most people jump with A, though, right? I feel like that's what most people do.
That sounds right, but I can't say I was staring at other people's hands.
You don't stare at other people's hands?
That's weird, isn't it?
It's weird not to.
Man, no wonder I'm not invited to parties.
I mean, Jesus Christ. You've certainly had this experience, right? You go to someone's house and they play like something that's kind of button complicated, like Street Fighter 2, and they have some weird like way they hold it or the way they set it down and press the button. Like, surely you've observed that.
Well, yeah, but those people were bad at Street Fighter.
I don't know, man. I think people have come up with some weird, like, idiot savant ways to, like, control that shit with the triggers and everything.
Okay, but the people in my life were not very good at Street Fighter.
Were you the best Street Fighter that you knew?
I mean, I wasn't very good, but I was better than them.
Right, so you were the best Street Fighter you knew. You were king of the block.
Yes.
Everyone let me know. I want to know, okay? Let me be a creep. Tell me about your hands out there. If you're listening to this, respond to us on Blue Sky when we skeet this episode. Tell us what button you press when you play Sonic on Genesis to jump. Okay? I want to know. Let me be nosy, goddammit.
Andre, I have a fat man topic for us.
Okay. I love being fat. I love being a man.
Now, you tipped me off to this the other day. Amazon was practically throwing out air fryers out the door the other day.
Yes, they were.
You got one. I got one. Here's the thing. I need to make a confession to you and, by extension, the audience. I've never used an air fryer before. I've just been so macho, I guess. I just figured, well, if I grill things in my yard with my charcoal and smoke things with wood in the smoker and then finally break open that pizza oven and use the wood that way, no one will notice. But I know there's a real preferred way people are supposed to use this thing. Like, what oil would you recommend I spray this thing with? Is there like give me a basic rundown of like, give me Air Fryer 101 real quick.
Okay, so like, I mean, what are your favorite frozen treats? Like French fries or chicken strips? Like, what do you like in there?
I like some fries on occasion.
Okay.
Sometimes the Moz sticks, even though they're not as good as they used to be. I know wings are popular, but I don't know if I trust that in there. Can I trust that in there? I don't know.
You can trust that in there. What you should basically do, like, there's this brand of wings I buy actually now that as big as the logo and the wings on the front of the package, it also says air fryer ready. They're literally designed for the air fryer. So look for something like that. Or just follow general like chicken instructions. Chicken is excellent in the air fryer. So as far as oil goes, there's some people who don't use any. If you want your shit bone dry, you can do that. And I know you're more like me. Give me the fat. What I basically do when I make fries is that I just put, I don't know, maybe a teaspoon and a half of any neutral oil, anything with a high smoke point, because it gets hot in there, right? And just cover it in that. You can I like to also, this is the one case where I actually like to pre-season the fries, like put some salt on there with the, because they're oiled up just enough to coat so the seasoning can stick. And it kind of fries in there. So that's what I do. And you know what I found really interesting about this one, though? This is completely different from the one I had before. So you know how typical digital ovens work where you kind of hit it starts at 350 and every time you press up it goes up by 5, 355, 360, 365, right, etc. This doesn't fucking do that. So like it starts at 350, you hit it up, it goes to 375, then it goes to 390, then it goes to 400. And I thought that was very strange, right? I was like, why did 390? Like, what? That's a weird temperature. Steve, Sure fucking enough. The thing of Tyson chicken strips I bought last night to try out the air fryer for dinner last night. Guess what they have you set the air fryer to? 390.
390.
I can't believe it. Like, that's an actual temperature. So I think manufacturers started doing that because of instructions on the package. So yeah, dude, I think it's not like the old days. These are so widely adopted where like pretty much anything in the frozen section now, there's air fryer directions on the back. It is the new thing. It is like, it has integrated itself into American life like the microwave. There is just now air fryer instructions on everything. So I think you'll be fine.
Okay, so any neutral oil, you don't seem to have a preference. Is there anything I'm not thinking about that I should try air frying?
Look, I know you're a grill man and a smoke man, so I know you have other ways, probably preferred ways to do meats, but I'm telling you what, chicken thighs in the air fryer. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I know you're skeptical. I'm telling you, it's good. It really does work. Start them. You don't really have to dry brine them. Maybe give them like a half an hour with the salt. You know what I mean? And then after that, put on whatever spice rubs you want with the neutral oil. You know what I mean? Kind of make like an oil rub, right? Start them skin side down. And then for the second half, skin side up. I would say that's the magic. I think
you wouldn't lead me astray on purpose. So I'll consider it. I'll consider it down the road.
We are both chicken thigh men.
We definitely are. All right, yeah. These are things for me to consider. Yep.
So I'm telling you, if you prefer like sprays, I think like Pam and other people make like air fryer particular sprays. I don't know what the difference is between like a regular Pam or that. So maybe that route, if that's something that appeals to you.
Look, I just know that I've been reading around and I'm like, look, you know what? I should just ask someone who knows.
I bet. I'll tell you this though. Leftovers, absolute fucking king. Pizza, KFC, anything like that just doesn't ever turn out as good in the microwave, and you don't feel like heating up the entire oven to like rebake your KFC or pizza or something. Air fryer, an absolute fucking dream. The air fryer is the only device on planet Earth I have ever used that can actually bring cold fries back to life. I swear to God you can.
I'll have to see.
I know you're skeptical. I understand. You can take them bitches straight from the fridge, cold as ice, put them in there. They will come back. I'm not going to say they're 100% new because they're fries. They will be like 90% new, better than the 40% new from the microwave.
I would have been impressed with 75% new.
I give it a 90% new.
Okay, I got lots of things to think about with my new toy now.
Yeah, definitely give it a go. This thing is huge, though. It's like it's louder than a microwave. It sounds like remember how the PS4 would sound like a jet engine if it was a bit too hot in the summer? It sounds like that, probably times two.
I haven't turned it on yet. I was just carrying it in the other day. I'm like, this is pretty big.
Yeah, it's pretty goddamn big. Steve, you know me for a number of years now, whether on Twitter, and we've been podcasting together for fucking 6 years now?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, probably more. So you know me quite a bit. So I think sometimes, you know how you need to ask people closest to you something about yourself that you're not seeing? I want to ask you something that I feel like you'll have the answer for me. Here it is. Half and half pizzas. Like when people have half pepperoni and half sausage or whatever the two halves are. Half and half pizzas make me so fucking mad. They legitimately make me angry. I look at the pizza and I'm like, why can't you? This is your life. This is the person you love. This is your best friend or whoever you're sharing the pizza with. You care about each other. You can't even agree on a fucking pizza. You can't even agree on toppings. And it makes me so mad. But why does it make me so mad, Steve? It's none of my goddamn business. If they want to do halves and half pizzas, they can. right? But what is it about me that pisses me off whenever I see that? I shouldn't even care, right? It's not my pizza, but I do care. So I'm hoping, can you tell me about myself right now? Can you tell me why I care about this?
It's not aesthetically pleasing. It's that easy.
Yeah.
It's not that it's not that TMNT pizza that's in your head right away once you start splitting it down the middle. And I'm not going to pretend we don't do that shit in New York, because we do that shit in New York. And it's like, come on, guys. We want half pepperoni and half plain. What are we doing?
Yeah. I think you're right. It is aesthetics, isn't it? It just looks like shit.
We'll get 2 pizzas with 1 pepperoni and 1 plain. We can always have leftover.
Thank you.
Like, we no one hates pizzas. Maybe we want more pizzas. It's okay. I mean, we're not wanting for pizza out here in particular. I mean, I never seen just 2 people get a half and half though. Out here would be more like if a bigger group suddenly wanted half of something.
Yeah, I see it more in a party situation where it's like, okay, but that's another thing, right? Like, if it is a party, then get 2 pizzas. Get the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles perfectly placed pepperoni pizza, then get like a Supreme or something.
But see, if it's a bunch of people already, we're already getting at least 3. So
right, you're right. Yeah, it is aesthetics. I can't believe that's it.
There's just nothing sadder, because it's never the right amount of toppings either. It's like, because it's not half of what they would have normally given you either. It's like a scant amount of what they would have always normally given you of whatever topping it is.
Yeah. Because if you ever look at a half of a pepperoni pizza, it doesn't look very pepperonied, you know?
There's like, they waved some pepperoni on there on that half.
I can't eat it all the time because I'm getting old and it'll kill me if I have it all the time. But I really love getting a double pepperoni where they practically shingle the pepperoni on there. You know what I mean? Mm.
Yeah, when I was younger, I used to get the pepperoni and sausage on the pizzas, and even back then, places we were like, oh, so you want half and half? No, I want pepperoni and sausage on the whole damn thing.
Wow, they would ask you, so it must be very common out there.
Yeah, because people are fucking weird.
Man, if you can't agree on a pizza with me, we should not be friends, you know? Because, like, here's the thing. If you want something on there, Steve, that I don't want, I'll fucking pick it off. If I'm not in the mood for I'm always in the mood for olives, but let's just say I wasn't. If I really don't want it, I'll pick them off. I don't give a shit. We should just get the pizza that you want, that makes everyone happy. I'm not getting half olives on the fucking pizza. Please. And how do we know you're going to eat half? We're not going to like, okay, this is your half, this is my half. What kind of life is that? Get your shit together, everybody. Share the pizza and share the toppings.
Pizza is in itself supposed to be a shareable meal. I mean, what are we doing?
Yeah. See, I'm getting upset about this all over again. Maybe we should move on, okay?
Maybe.
All right, Steve, before we get out of here, let's play a game. Okay, I have a game for you. I devised this for you. We knew Kevin wasn't going to be here this week. Oh, shit, did I give the beginning of the show away? Damn.
Ah, fuck. I hate when I just load on a show an hour and a half in and find out what happened.
Well, okay. I have a game for you, specifically you. And it's a take on a game we played before. All right? So here's the premise. If you remember, I don't remember how long ago we played this game, but you remember we did a game where I asked you and Kevin if this game sold over or under 3 million copies.
I remember something like that, yes.
Okay, so I want to do that again, but JRPG edition. All right? Okay. So this is weeb shit for us, okay? Kevin's not going to know the sales figures of these games or even have a chance, but we will. All right? I mean, I know all the answers.
Will I, though?
You will. I think you're going to do very good at this, okay? I think you will.
Is the number still 3 million or?
It's still 3 million. And I have 6 games on the list, okay? Just 6. So
Just 6.
Just 6. All right. So I want to see how many you get, and I want you to take me through your logic of each of these, okay? So let's start here with Octopath Traveler. Octopath Traveler sold over or under 3 million copies. The original Octopath Traveler across all platforms.
Oh. They like to do the little arts for all the milestones. Did I see one for 3 million copies?
Did you or did you not?
And now it's on everything, so they might have?
Yeah, kind of a toughie, huh? Which way are you leaning right now?
I almost want to say yes, because it's been some time now.
Okay, so you're going to say over?
I'll say over 3 million. I'm probably wrong.
Okay, final answer?
Final answer.
Well, you are correct, Steve. You guessed right. In September 2022, Square announced that it topped 3 million copies. They definitely did have one of them little artworks. I didn't remember this myself. I remember the 2 million one. I did not remember the 3, which is why I put it on here.
2022. Wow, I figured that would have taken longer than that. All right.
Yeah, kind of just before 2 came out, basically.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, you got one. All right, here's your next. Fire Emblem Engage.
Oh.
Fire Emblem Engage, over or under 3 million copies. And I asked this because obviously we know that it didn't come out the gate very hot.
Wait, Engage or Three Houses?
Engage.
No, it didn't.
No? Okay, under 3 million.
Under
Final
3
answer?
million, because I don't think, because even Three Houses was taking forever to break 3.
You're right. It has sold 1.6 million copies according to Nintendo's latest financial report. So, yep, under 3 million. See, you already got 2. You're 2 for 2 already.
All right.
All right, let's keep going.
2 more than I thought I'd get.
All right. Okay, next one. Metaphor, ReFantasio. Metaphor, has that sold over 3 million yet? Obviously, big accolades at the Game Awards a couple years ago. Damn near got Game of the Year. I thought it was actually going to get it with all the other stuff it was winning.
It is some hot shit, that Metaphor.
Yeah, but has it sold over 3 million copies?
I'm going to take a big swing and say yes, but barely.
Sorry, Steve, you're wrong. Metaphor has sold over 2 million as of last summer, like July 25.
Okay.
So, yeah. It came out the gate hot. It sold like 1 million its first like week or something. Became like one of the best-selling Atlas games ever, but kind of cooled off after that. But I'm sure it'll get there eventually with all the critical acclaim, you know.
It'll get there someday, I'm sure.
Okay. All right. Here's our next one. Tales of Arise. Tales of Arise, still the latest Tales game. Has that sold 3 million copies yet?
When did that come out?
21.
Oh. I'm not as key. Well, I don't follow those as well as I kind of used to. And you know what? I don't think it has. I'm probably wrong, but I don't think it has sold 3 million copies.
Okay, so you're saying under 3 million.
Under
Final
3
answer?
million for Tales of Arise.
As of February 2024, Namco announced it has sold over 3 million copies. It eventually got there. So, yeah.
Good for them.
Okay, yeah.
I think we all have that thanks to Royale with cheese. So I should play that.
we all have it now. Yep. But yeah, okay. We're 50-50 so far. Let's finish strong. All right. We got 2 more. Here's the next. Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door remake for Switch. Switch remake, not GameCube. Has that sold over 3 million copies?
I know it broke 2. Did it break 3? Oh boy. That had a strong start too, but
sure did, because all the fans bought it first. That's kind of what happens with RPGs, you know. They all have strong starts. It's just the tail is very weak, or can be very weak.
I know they were happy with it, but I don't know if it broke 3. I also don't know when they would have updated that number. I'll say yes, knowing I'm wrong.
Okay, over 3 million.
Yes.
Unfortunately, you are wrong. It did not really get much past that 2 million. Like 2.1 million is written here, so it tailed off pretty hard.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So I think all the fans bought it, and that was kind of it. Okay, so, man, you started out hot, but then we had 3 losses in a row. So, okay, hey, let's make it a 50-50, okay? There's one more left, and you have a chance to go 50-50 on this. Let's do a classic one, okay? And I usually don't do classic ones on here because, you know, sales figures from back then are hard to come by, but I did research this, and I know the numbers on this, okay? So, for our classic, let's do Secret of Mana. Did Secret of Mana, during the lifetime of that Super Nintendo Entertainment System, worldwide sales over 3 million or under?
Worldwide.
Yep. SNES only.
Under.
Under? What makes you say that?
RPGs were popular here, but not that popular.
Okay.
I know they would have sold out, and they were more of a boutique product at the time. And there was no Europe back then. So it would have been Japan and here. And I know it broke 1 million overall, at least 1 million overall, because it's on that kind of list. But I don't think it made it to 3. But go ahead and tell me how I'm wrong.
Steve, I can't tell you you're wrong because you are right. In 2003, Square put out a report that said it sold just over 2 million. It sold like 1.2 million in Japan and another 800K here. So you're also right about Europe. So yeah, just over a touch over 2.
Yeah, I know Square had no presence there until PlayStation times.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, okay, 50-50. I think you'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right, that's about it, guys. Let's get out of here. Sorry for our lazy January show, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Hope everyone's staying warm. Hasn't snowed here a lick. Steve, I hope the snow stays off your stoop.
That's not happening, but I appreciate the enthusiasm.
Okay, I'm using the power of wishful thinking to hopefully make it not true. All right, well, thanks for joining us. Check the description of this podcast to find our names on social media, and we'll see you next time. Bye.